yeah, just paint your background. You can use neon orange, you can use neon yellow, you can use any kind of background that you feel like using. And it's not very hard to paint a background. Um, it's only hard if you make it hard. Now I'm just adding white to my background. I think white's pretty too. It's so vibrant, so bright. But yeah, that's looks more like a sun shining through the clouds or the sky. And now I'm going to use, I guess I'll use this round brush. I'm going to paint a vine. See how I do that? I barely push down the brush. You can press down harder. But this brush is good for like petals, whatever you feel like. Make a vine. I start the end, push down, go down. Start the end, push down, go down. Start at the end, push down, go down. You just barely do you just barely do work. The brush does it for you. So that's what's so nice about these brushes. They do all the work for you. And it makes it easier for you too. See how I push down and go down? Always start at the top. Always start at the top. So top, push down, and go down. See how pretty the leaves are? And yeah, so that's a vine. I'm going to make another one over here. Now this one might be nicer. Well, I can use a smaller round brush too. Um, I'd rather use this one. Go to the end, push down, go down. Like that, see? See how I'm doing that? And it's usually like a comma. When you're making a comma, you just push down like that. There, see? I did earlier, not too long ago, I did a flower video. And um, I, I was telling everybody that it took work. It took work for me to make flowers. Um, flowers don't come very easy at first. It takes lots and lots of practice, which I've been practicing quite a bit on painting different things. And there's two vines. What I want to do is in the middle part, I want to make another vine, but with bigger leaves. So this one's gonna have a bigger leaf. See how I did that? I just pressed real hard. Press real hard. Go like that. Press real hard. Oh, no, it's okay. Well, we're gonna make those red then. Red kind of got in there, but that's okay. We can make this fine red. Actually, this is a flameco red. It's not really red red. I like it. It's a pretty neat color. It's I think it's between red and purple. That's very pretty color. Now I'm gonna on the corner here. I'm gonna make a flower. And that's gonna be red. The flower's gonna be red. So I'm still using the round brush. I'm just going to the end. Make sure you don't get too much paint. And then just go down. Go down, press down and go down. See how I do that? Oh shoot, well, okay. Got too much. That's what happens when you get too much paint on drips. But that's okay. We can manage that. And what I'm gonna do is add white. See how I add white? Yeah, try not to put too much paint on your brush because then it drips and then it makes a mess right here, like right here. Just gonna wipe it off. That's all you can do is pretty much wipe it off like that. And that's okay. I mean, it's just little bits that drip, but that's not too bad. So what I'm gonna do with these painting takes a lot of effort, lots of practice. It takes a lot of practice to paint. And like I had a lot of practice to paint too. And of course, I didn't. I never took painting in college or anything. I just did it on my own. This is where it got me. So shoot. Oh, well, okay. Some of these are going into each other. That's alright. We'll just there. So anyway, this is what my painting looks like. Of course, it's not dry yet. It's still dripping on the corners. But yeah, that's what. Let's see if I can find my brush too. And now I'm gonna make a circle. And I don't know if this brush will do the same. Oh yeah, I guess that's the same. That's good. So any brush, any round brush will help you with petals. This one definitely. I never thought this one was going to do that. I'm glad it did because I guess any round brush will help you with petals. So all you need is a round brush and you're good to go. I don't know, I've been painting wildflowers today for you guys and I don't know, I like flowers, I guess. This color. I'm going to put red on my palette this time. That's actually crimson red. I love crimson too. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing over here. I try not to put too much paint on my brush because it are. I have green uh, leaves, which it's okay, I guess. I could make another flower uh, over here, and that one's gonna be red also. I like red, as you can tell. Just do what I did on the others. Just press down and click. Click down. That's how you make petals. And like I said, do not try to get too much on your brush. Because then they'll just drip everywhere and get everywhere. But my other flower base down here. Now I'm going to make a leaf. A big, huge leaf. Okay. Kind of looks like a bird. But no, it's a leaf. I'm still practicing on how to make leaves, really, because I don't know really how to make them that good. But it takes, you don't know if it's gonna be the right thing. It takes practice. Another leaf. There, that's all my paint. Didn't make a lot of flowers. Okay. That one didn't work out very good, but uh, always make sure your flowers look good. Like me, I love to paint, so I'm gonna continue painting. Make. I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make extra petals, but if your petals don't turn out good, just make them yourself. Uh, like these petals are kind of round instead of pointed, but that one. So you can see I'm doing nothing but flowers on my canvas, and that's all right because some paint this in with white. Okay. Now, cherries are red, of course, and like make three, you can make four, you can make any kind or any number you want. That one is good. See my painting? You can see the flower up here and all the flowers and the vines, stuff like that. Um, make some cherries over here. Cherries, you just make a round circle. I, I like making round stuff sometimes. I'm not using any small brushes. These are kind of medium sized brushes, so some of the detail work is kind of hard to do because it's such a big brush. But that's why I'm doing mostly flowers. Too hard to do it with a detail brush. Petals. So yeah, so looks like my internet's working good. I'm glad about that. It's kind of hesitant and I just don't know why it does that. And there's my picture. Make it look pointer if you want. Because it's not really pointy. So I'm going to just make it point. See how I kind of point it a little bit? You can do it that way if you want to. But you don't have to. I just like to because I like pointed leaves. Just here. So that points out. I just like my leaves kind of pointed because I like them to look like leaves. There, it looks a little bit better. Now this leaf over here, there, it's a little bit better. Yeah, but just work on your flowers. Eventually, you'll go through to you. You'll look right to you. Flowers are always fun to red, round, red, or whatever. You can do that too. Really, really pretty, especially the flamingo red. Now that you would probably think that's the sun, but it's not. It's a flower. I'm going to use my light red to go over the petals again. Don't be afraid to use different colors because that's what makes it fun, mixing colors, different colors. Me, I like to mix colors sometimes. It just makes it fun, basically. So, like this flower is gonna be like ones. You can actually call it a shadow. or a highlight. I like to highlight things more than I like shadowing because I don't really like to shadow too much. It's gonna be so. See how my painting looks now? Pretty, huh? My internet does that. My internet always goes unstable, and I just don't know why it's doing that. I mean, I'm always hoping that's not my computer because that computer that I have is pretty new and can't afford to go out and buy another computer every 5 minutes. So we're gonna have to deal with this one. As you can see, I had some red flowers or whatever on the bottom and added leaves up here and a vine. So really, I'm just fiddling around. Okay, this one's gonna go towards the edge of the canvas, which is fine. I mean, if it goes towards the edge of the canvas, that's fine. I gotta see my hands, how painty they are now. And maybe next time I paint, we can do some finger painting, which will be fun. Because finger painting's always been my favorite actually. Besides painting, I like to just put my fingers in and just decorate my canvas. So we'll probably do that next time. I know I'm making a lot of flowers here, but like I said, I love flowers. So this one I'm just painting over the mistake I made. If you make a mistake on anything, just try to make it look cute like I am now. I'm just painting over it. I don't know what it is, but I just painted a red. Yeah, but with on your apron or whatever. I suggest if you're painting, I recommend you wear an apron over your clothes because if you don't, you're gonna have your acrylic. If you could, I don't know what could help you, but it doesn't come out clothes. Acrylics doesn't. So if you do paint, please wear an apron. I have put them in the wash, and I don't even use paper towel to dry my brushes. I use old cloth or whatever. And there are people that do use paper towels to dry their brushes, but you don't have to. You can use an old rag, cloth, whatever, and it works just as cleaner than it was when it first went in the laundry. So the best bet is to just use a cloth for your brushes. Leave now, like that. That much. I use mostly um, lighter colors, especially for the middle of the flowers. I use either white or green. Very off, very seldom I'll use black for the middle of the flowers. So then, and this is 8 by 10 by the way, so yeah, so I like the lighter color of the background. It makes it look pretty good. So, and that's neon flowers, as you can tell. They're all, of course, these all look pretty much the same, but you can do different kinds. It doesn't have to be all the same. It's your painting. You can do whatever you want. So now I'm gonna go here, put another here. I'm gonna use the other brush. The other one does better. So I'm gonna, if you run out of green, just put some more on your palette. Because I don't use that much paint. Because I don't like to really waste paint that much. So the leaves are together. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to get the leaves together. Now these brushes are really, really good with the paint to paint leaves because they are kind of hard. See how I do this? I just press and flick, press and flick. That's all you do. You let the brush do all the work. And all you do is press and flick. Like that, see? I don't know. Get the inside of it. Yeah, I could use black, but I don't want to really. Black is not my favorite. Too far into black. Because it ruins your painting for one. And it's just a real dark color. And most people would use black. But me, I don't. I usually use it for the background. Usually over here. Okay. Make a little flower here. Oh, I don't know. This sometimes with these kind of brushes, you got kind of you have to have a small detail brush. But obviously, I didn't take out a small detail brush. Small leaves here. Try to get your leaves as close as you can if you want, because it makes it look a little nicer, I guess. See how I do mine close now? The others up here weren't close, but then I redid it and now they're close. Most painters, they do layers. They do one layer and then they wait and then they do another layer. You can do that too. You don't have to go by layers if you don't want to. Like I said, it's your painting. You can do whatever you want. And like me, I don't know how others paint. I mean, everybody has their experience. Some people are more experienced than others. Uh, I was only painting for like maybe I think it's been 2 years now. I lost count, but I've been painting over a year. I know that. I know that. I haven't painted over 5 years or whatever, but. 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 5 years or to paint, I did designs and I drew and stuff. And so it got really fun when I started. Every time you buy brushes, you get this. It shows you what each brush, whatever that is. Script liner. There's different lines. The round does broad lines, stroke work, calligraphy. Detail brush does broad lines, stroke work. Is the one that's good with petals and stuff. Round shapes, petals, and blending. Filbert comb, that's kind of like a flat brush. Multiple lines, round ends, and hair and variety of flat ends, hair and feathers. So these two do the hair feathers. This has three sides, ribbons, borders, petals and leaves. That one also does petals and leaves. Dagger striper, a chisel, which a lot of people use chisel blender. Blending heavy colors, short strokes. So you can actually blend with that though. When I blend, I usually use, what do I call it? Some knife. So, shader, flat, square shape, sharp edges, float and blend. Fan, foliage, petals, hair, and feathers, which I don't really use the fan brush all that much, except when I'm doing waterfalls and stuff, which I haven't done a waterfall for a while, so one day I might show you guys how to do that. But the angler brush, multiple lines, wide ends, hair, and feathers. So there's several brushes that sharp lines. So that's one stroke. Glaze and wash is base coating of palette. I always use that for blending because I don't want to use brushes to blend because I'm afraid my brushes will get ruined or break or whatever, so I use the palette knife. Here, it's fine touch, and I guess they're alright. I bought them at Hobby Lobby because Hobby Lobby had a sale on brands because they have a lot of sales on weekends. But I bought this brand of brushes. I had like maybe 10 in the package. Wash brush. That's what a wash brush looks like. So if I was to look on there, on the list, on what to use it for, it'll tell me how to use it. And this one is probably my favorite. It's round. See how well these bristles look like they're. Yeah, there's certain brushes that are okay. This is a flat brush. And these brushes are nice. With black handle, you can buy those at Walmart. And they're not that expensive. Brushes at Walmart are pretty reasonable. So that's where I get a lot of my brushes. The only time I buy brushes at Hobby Lobby is when they have sales, or I showed you guys earlier today. Well, this one is a sign. No, it's something to do with the pen or pencil. So I have to, what I do is to sign things like this, which usually artist, medium, signature and date, which I usually don't date it, but and I usually don't sign it. I just put my uh, see how it says artist, and then it has you sign it. I usually don't do my art that much. I should because that way I get credit. But yeah, so and this paint I got at Walmart. They have paint like this at Walmart too. So and paint like this at Walmart. I got all these at Walmart pretty much. That's the only paint I can afford. So it's kind of hard to not be able to afford heavy acrylic paint. So I like the heavy acrylic paint because it is not so it's afforded. So, but anyway, um, yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a beautiful day today. And I'll be able to go out. I use these jars after I paint them. I usually use them for water for my brushes. But this one I painted yesterday, so I just gotta finish it now. Thinking of maybe painting flowers on it again. So that's one way to practice is on one of these you just paint it any color you want. Make nice to paint on. It's real nice to paint on. And I let it dry this time. And all I have to paint is something like a picture or something. But yeah, water in and because that's what I did to this one. Of course, has soap in it. See how I put soap on there? So yeah, I got different kinds, and then this one I got. So you could do all kinds of stuff with jars or whatever. And this, it's a tempera paint. Um, it doesn't do very good. I know it doesn't do very good on canvas. It's not very. It's a kind of a. It's uh I think well it says ideal for posters, signs, finger and sponge painting, school and craft projects, dries to matte finish, and blendable. So you can't